In the world of automotive innovation, not every great idea lasts. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe for more surprising stories from the world of cars, design, and forgotten technology, so you never miss the engineering marvels and misfires that shaped how we drive today. Some inventions enter the market with enormous promise, praised as the next big breakthrough set to transform the way we drive. These features turn heads at auto shows, make headlines in magazines, and excite engineers and drivers alike. But as time passes, reality sets in. Cost, complexity, practicality, or changing consumer habits expose flaws that lead to their downfall. What was once a futuristic highlight becomes a footnote in history, quietly phased out or completely forgotten. From design quirks to bold experiments, these automotive ideas once shaped our vision of the road ahead. Yet today, they are mostly gone. Lessons of ambition, timing, and sometimes over-engineering. These are the car innovations that didn't stand the test of time. Bench seats were once a staple in cars, designed to maximize space and accommodate more passengers in the front row. Spanning the entire width of the cabin, these seats allowed 3 people to sit side by side, making them a popular choice for families and long-distance travelers. They were especially favored in American vehicles throughout the mid-20th century. Despite their convenience, bench seats eventually lost favor due to growing safety concerns. They offered less support than bucket seats, lacked defined seating positions, and made the integration of seatbelts and airbags more difficult. By the 1980s, manufacturers shifted toward bucket seats, which provided more ergonomic comfort and supported emerging safety features. Today, bench seats survive primarily in vintage trucks and classic car collections. Vent windows, also known as wing windows, were a clever solution for ventilation before the era of widespread air conditioning. These small, triangular windows, often located at the front corners of side windows, could be pivoted open to channel fresh air into the cabin. During hot summers and long road trips, vent windows provided relief without the noise or buffeting caused by fully opened windows. Despite their practicality, vent windows had their drawbacks. They were prone to leaks, allowed wind noise to enter the vehicle, and could become a security liability. As automotive design evolved toward sleeker, more aerodynamic profiles, vent windows disappeared. The rise of climate control systems rendered them obsolete, and by the 1990s, they had virtually vanished from modern cars. Ashtrays were once found in nearly every car, a reflection of the social norms of the early to mid-20th century, when smoking was not only common, but also fashionable. Built into dashboards, center consoles, or door panels, ashtrays came with cigarette lighters and were used by both drivers and passengers. However, the growing awareness of the health risks of smoking and changes in public attitudes led to a decline in their inclusion. In addition to health concerns, ashtrays also posed fire hazards if not properly cleaned or used. By the 2000s, they were mostly phased out, replaced by cup holders and storage compartments. Today they are rare, often offered only as optional accessories, reflecting a significant cultural shift in automotive interiors. Car record players were one of the earliest attempts to offer personalized in-car entertainment beyond radio broadcasts. Introduced in the 1950s, these devices allowed drivers to play 45 RPM vinyl records while on the road. Although the idea was innovative, the execution was problematic. Bumps and vibrations from driving often caused the needle to skip, and changing records while operating a vehicle was not only inconvenient, but also dangerous. The systems were bulky, expensive, and prone to mechanical failure. As more reliable formats like 8-track tapes and cassette players emerged, the car record player quickly became a short-lived novelty. Today, it's remembered more for its ambition than for its usability. Landau bars were purely decorative elements, inspired by the folding roof braces of horse-drawn carriages. Typically attached to the rear sides of fixed-roof cars, especially large sedans and limousines, they served no practical purpose, but aimed to evoke a sense of elegance and heritage. Common in luxury cars from the 1930s through the 1970s, Landau bars were especially popular on formal roof designs. However, their appeal faded as consumer tastes shifted toward modern, minimalist aesthetics. The bars added visual clutter, were prone to rust, and contributed nothing to functionality. As car design embraced efficiency and simplicity, Landau bars disappeared, surviving only in custom or novelty builds. Column shifters were once a revolutionary solution to maximize front seat space by placing the gear shift on the steering column rather than the floor. Popular in family sedans and pickup trucks, they allowed for an uninterrupted bench seat across the front of the car. While practical, column shifters had limitations. They could feel imprecise, suffered from worn linkages over time, and made sporty driving less engaging. As automatic transmissions became more refined and center consoles became more feature-rich, column shifters gave way to floor-mounted gear selectors. Today, they're mostly seen in vintage vehicles or utilitarian models, where simplicity and space remain priorities. Luggage racks, commonly mounted on car roofs or trunks, provided a simple way to increase storage capacity. During the golden age of family road trips, these racks were a lifesaver for fitting suitcases, coolers, and camping gear that didn't fit in the trunk. Despite their utility, luggage racks had drawbacks. Improperly secured cargo could become a hazard. Wind resistance reduced fuel efficiency, and exposure to weather increased wear and rust. As vehicle designs improved and integrated storage solutions like roof boxes and larger trunks became standard, the need for basic luggage racks diminished. Modern SUVs and wagons now offer far more discreet and aerodynamic solutions. Car phones were once symbols of luxury and success. Introduced in the mid-20th century, they allowed drivers to make calls while on the move, a revolutionary concept at the time. However, early car phones were expensive, bulky, and required complex installation. Coverage was limited, and calls were often interrupted. As mobile phone technology evolved and handheld devices became widely available and affordable, the car phone became obsolete. By the early 2000s, Bluetooth connectivity and built-in infotainment systems replaced the need for dedicated in-car telephones, offering safer, more versatile communication options. Hood ornaments were once a stylish fixture on vehicles, adding a sense of identity and flair to car exteriors. Automakers like Rolls-Royce and Cadillac turned these ornaments into iconic branding tools, with elaborate sculptures like the Spirit of Ecstasy adorning their hoods. While once a mark of elegance, hood ornaments gradually fell out of favor. They posed safety risks in collisions and became targets for theft and vandalism. In addition, changing tastes moved away from protruding elements in favor of smooth, aerodynamic lines. As regulations tightened and vehicle styling evolved, hood ornaments were replaced by flush-mounted badges and logos, quietly ending an era of automotive ornamentation. Finally, woodies, cars with real or simulated wooden paneling, became icons of the 1930s through 50s. Originally, a practical solution during steel shortages, wood-bodied vehicles were labor-intensive and costly to maintain. Despite their distinctive charm and popularity with surfers and outdoor enthusiasts, the practicality of all-metal construction eventually won out. Wood rotted, required frequent varnishing, and was less durable in crashes. As steel manufacturing advanced, woodies were replaced by safer, easier-to-build all-metal vehicles. Their legacy, however, lives on in pop culture, surf culture, and nostalgic automotive history. Each of these innovations once captured the public's imagination, introducing new convenience, style, or excitement to the driving experience. Yet despite their promise, they ultimately fell short, undone by cost, impracticality, changing tastes, or advances that rendered them obsolete. In the fast-moving world of automotive design, even the boldest ideas can fade. But these forgotten features remind us that innovation is a journey, paved not only with success, but with experiments, risks, and lessons learned along the way. Some of these car features were ahead of their time. Others were simply misfires. All of them are reminders that even the auto industry's brightest minds can't always predict what will stick. For every innovation that becomes an industry standard, there are dozens more that fade into the rearview mirror. Interesting, bold, but ultimately short-lived. Yet that's what makes car history so rich. It's not just about what works. It's about what was dared, what was tested, and what left a mark, no matter how brief. If you enjoyed this journey through forgotten automotive history, hit subscribe for more stories just like this.